Hello and welcome to today's analysis. Today we're going to look at the semiconductor index and some of the stocks in the semiconductor sector. Welcome to this journey where we will try to discover where the semi sector is trying to go. My name is Steven and I'll be host today as we look at what the SMH and some stocks are doing. Now, I have with me here the daily chart of the SMH. This SMH and X Semiconductor tracks the stocks, the semi stocks in the US stock market. This is the daily chart, and as you can see, the SMH has been going up in a nice uptrend, making higher highs and also higher lows. So definitely this sector is in a very bullish uptrend, and as you can see, it is also above is rising 20 MA, is rising 50 MA and rising 200 MA. So all three moving average, whether it is the short term, mid term, long term, is pointing to strength in the semiconductor sector. And recently it just broke out of this resistance area, gap up and goes higher. So one of the knowledge is when the semiconductors makes new high and leads the market, this is very good for the US stock market, because when semis lead, the bull market is genuine and it's more likely that the US stock market will continue to climb higher. I should just draw for you the nearest support area. So previous highs here, once overcome, now becomes a new support. So this will be a reference area, and as long as the SMH stays above this support area, most likely it's going to continue to move higher. Let me just zoom out to look at the weekly charts. The weekly charts, as you can see, there was a former high here, it correct downtrend and uptrend here, and then it corrected, and the SMH actually moved higher and make new highs here compared to the old highs here. If you look at the chart of the SPY, which tracks the S&P 500, you can see that the SPY actually here is that it's make a new high here, but it's very near the old highs here. But when you compare it to the SMH, the old highs were here, but it has gone up way higher than the SPY. So this tells us that the semiconductors are actually stronger than the S&P 500. And because it's stronger, it's leading the market, and therefore it's very, very good for the stock market. And the bullish mode that the US market is in will likely continue for the next few months. When we look at the SMH as well, this weekly chart of it shows that it has broken out of some kind of cup handle pattern. I'm not sure whether you can see it or not, but we can see that it has broken out of a weekly cup handle pattern. Let me just draw it. Okay, and which is why there is such a bullish move up from here. So this pattern actually showed us that the long term wise, the SMH is actually bullish. Instead of going lower, it forms high from the handle and broke out very strongly. So even before it went up, when it broke out here, it told traders and investors that the semiconductor sector is the place to be, because it's a bullish chart pattern in the weekly chart. The weekly 20 MA is also rising, points to bullishness, and 50 MA weekly chart also rising, and the 200 MA also is rising. This tells us that in the long run, the semiconductors are actually a very, very good place for investors to put their money in. Now let me go to the website of WENAC, and this is the SMH WENAC Semiconductor ETF page. Sometimes it's good to go to their websites, and here we have Morningstar ratings, overall 5-star out of 227 months over a period of 3 years and 5 years. Even ratings are very good, and when we look at the returns, it's actually very, very good as well. If you have time, go to the website itself. Maybe I just put a link in the description below so that you can see. And growth of hypothetical 10,000 investment, right? Since inception, you can see the chart is moving from lower left to upper right. 10,000 has grown to 150,000. So if you don't know how to choose a semi stock, just buy the SMH, and every time it dips, you buy it and you will have made a very good return. But what I'm interested is to look at also the biggest holdings in this SMH thing. It's interesting to look at it because I want to know what are the main stocks that make up this semiconductor ETF. So we have the top one is NVDA, about 21.84% of assets. We just look at a few stocks from this list. Of course, let's look at NVIDIA first. NVIDIA, I actually did a analysis on it in a separate video where I pointed out that it broke out of a ascending triangle. The ascending triangle is actually a bullish continuation pattern, and when it formed near at the rising 20 MA, 50 MA, it was a very bullish breakout, very bullish technical convergence. You can see a large bullish green candle, which tells that people are convinced that this is really gonna be a very valid ascending triangle. And so far, if we take the measured move, bullish measured move, let me just clone this thing. Okay, let me just clone it, and we take the measured move. Target has already been met, and if we just take a simple trend following tool like the moving average, the 20 MA is rising, 50 MA is rising, 200 MA is rising. Mid-term, short-term, and long-term, the stock is very bullish, so continue to stay bullish in NVIDIA. But for those of us who want to look at it at a short-term point of view, we can go down to the hourly chart. I just like to use the 60-minute 20 MA. As long as the stock is above the rising 60-minute 20 MA, continue to stay bullish on NVIDIA. Only start to be bearish when you see it drop below the 20 MA and the 50 MA. So overall, we do not know when it's gonna correct. Just write the trend higher by looking at the hourly chart. The next stock we can look at can be TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, which is about 9.14%. Okay, stock is not as strong as NVIDIA because there is a lot of resistance area here, therefore the move up is not so smooth. Let me just draw the resistance area. There's a lot of resistance area. The more congestion there is, there's the resistance area, which is why every time you try to rise, it just going back down, and this topping tail over here shows that the resistance is kicking in. So right now we are here, and I believe that this whole big congestion area still needs some time to be absorbed, because if you think about it, a lot of people lost money here, and therefore maybe TSM might need to go up a bit, decline a bit before even making new highs. So good thing it had a gap up, very large gap up above this area here. So we can take a maybe this area. It will be an area for us to a reference area for us, a support area. So if TSM is able to stay above this area, then most likely it will continue to drift higher, because we have a lot of heavy volume here. People are really convinced that the stock is going up. There's a gap up, and the moving averages are also slanting up, especially the 20 MA and the 50 MA. Now, third stock we want to look at is AVGO, which makes up 6.18%. AVGO is a very strong bullish stock right now. Let's switch to the weekly chart. You can see that it's in, I think, a new all-time high. So there's no resistance overhead. Rising 20 MA, rising 50 MA, very bullish stock. So for those who are holding this stock, I continue to stay bullish, and the most recent highs here that overcome this will be the new support area. For those who are holding the stock, if the Broadcom AVGO is trades and stays above this area, most likely it will continue to drift higher. So these are simple trend following and support resistance analysis. Okay, and the simpler analysis we do, the better it is. So continue to stay bullish in this stock. Maybe we just look at AMD and then Intel, and then we'll close this analysis because it's getting a bit long. AMD has made a new all-time high. It has been able to overcome this previous high here, very large bullish candle. So this old high here will be a new area of support for us to consider and have a look. Anyway, there is a very near support here, which if AMD is able to stay above here, most likely this will continue to go on. Very strong uptrend, rising 20 MA, rising 50 MA. So continue to be bullish on the stock. Hourly, we can just look at the hourly chart, the rising 20 MA and 50 MA. As long as AMD stays above these two moving average, to continue to be bullish short term. And the last stock I would like to bring to your attention is Intel. Intel is also in a very nice uptrend, making higher highs and higher lows. And weekly, that this stock has there's a lot of resistance over here, so it won't be easy for Intel to overcome. So maybe it will rise and drop, but I don't think so. It will make new highs, new all-time highs soon. This is a problem with congestion areas. You need time to overcome it. But from a daily point of view, the stock is still in an uptrend, and you want to continue to stay bullish on the stock. This will be the reference area, the support area here. And as long as the stock stays above this support area and the 50 MA, do continue to be bullish bias on this stock. So thanks for joining me on this journey to discover where the semiconductor is going, and thanks for also watching to the end. So if you find this analysis helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next one.